Hey, good morning. This is Carter Conlon. Welcome to my morning again. And today we're outside. This is what I do generally after praying in the morning and sometimes talking with you. Then I come out and I have to do barn chores. We have a couple of ponies here in the barn, and I'm going to be introducing you to Rudy in just a moment, right after I share with you this Bible story about the life of King David. Now, before he was a king, Samuel was sent to anoint a new king over Israel. And so he went to Jesse's house, and Jesse brought all of his finest sons out, may I put it that way, and they all stood in the line. And even Samuel was fooled by the countenance of one, said, surely this must be the new king. But there was one more that hadn't been called. And so Samuel, after looking at all the sons of Jesse, said, is there another one here? And Jesse said, well, there's one more, but I've left him out with the sheep. In other words, I didn't even consider it worthy to call him in. Probably thought he was an insignificant son in his house. But here it is. Let me read it to you from 1 Samuel 16, verses 10 to 12. Thus Jesse made 7 of his sons pass before Samuel. And Samuel said to Jesse, the Lord has not chosen these. And Samuel said to Jesse, are all the young men here? Then he said, there remains yet the youngest, and there he is, keeping the sheep. And Samuel said to Jesse, send and bring him, for we'll not sit down till he comes here. So he sent and brought him in. Now he was ruddy. Keep in mind that name. He was ruddy, and with bright eyes and good looking. And the Lord said, arise, anoint him, for this is the one. In other words, the son, in a sense that Samuel didn't, or Jesse didn't think worthy to bring out, was the one that God had selected and chosen to be the next king of Israel. Now this story fits in one sense, because last August, my granddaughter, she called me and said, Papa, are you going to buy me a pony? Now, if any of you have never been taken to the cleaners before, that's because number one, you're not married. Number two, you don't have granddaughters, because there's no capability in a grandfather's heart to say no to a granddaughter. So we went on an exploratory trip last August, and we bought the first pony, which I'll introduce you a little later on, because she's not today, but later, because she's about to have a foal. So I'm going to introduce her to you with her brand new foal when it's born. So we went to 2 different places that raise ponies and use them generally for cart rides and things like that. And the first one we bought was just an absolutely gorgeous pony, and you'll get to meet her. And then we went to a second farm, and they brought out all these, they brought out the 7 sons of Jesse, may I call it that, just all these really, really beautiful ponies. Spirited, gorgeous appearance. And at the end of it all, when we looked at them all, and my granddaughter's there with us, I said, is there any more? Are there any more ponies here that you haven't shown us? And here's what the owner of the stable said. He said, well, there's one more, but he's not much to look at. And so I said, well, we're here anyway. We may as well see him. So he brought this pony out, and immediately my granddaughter said, that's the one. I love him. And she said, his name is Rudy. So I said to the owner, what actually is his name? And the owner said, well, we haven't given him a name. You imagine that. He's 7 years old. He's been used in this ranch for pulling carts, and he doesn't even have a name. But my granddaughter, I don't know where she got this name. She said, his name is Rudy. Now, my granddaughter is 8 years old. So anyways, we brought this pony home, and Rudy, we looked up, Pastor Teresa and I looked up his name, and it's a derivative of ruddy, which really means of a good looking. Now, he's not that good a looking. He's a nice pony, not near as pretty as some of the others. So nevertheless, this is the one we selected. And his name is Rudy, according to my granddaughter. And of course, it means of a fair countenance. It's a but it's also a Germanic name, which means destined for greatness. Isn't that something? So I'm thinking of how God sees us in a different way than we see ourselves, or maybe even others see us. You know, maybe we don't like the way we look, or maybe things have been said over our lives, and maybe nobody even bothered to give us a name. But God gave us a name. I mean, it's phenomenal. Even the Church of Philadelphia in Revelation, he says, you only have a little strength, and you've not denied my name, and you've kept my word. He said, I'm setting before you an open door, And whoever overcomes, one of the promises is, I will write upon him my new name. Isn't it amazing? God gives us a new name. He calls us the way he sees us. My granddaughter saw this pony as beautiful. And I have to believe it's got to be the Holy Spirit that gave her that name, because I don't even know where she came up with it. I don't think she knows either. But this name means this pony is beautiful, and he's dedicated for something. He's going to be given to something great. So you're about to meet Rudy, and Rudy, who had no name, nobody wanted to show him, is now going to be on the internet, and I'm guessing anywhere from 10 to 20,000 people are going to see this, and you're going to see Rudy. So Rudy is famous already, will be famous in the coming days. So I'm going to ask, I've got Sam here with me and Deanna. They've been more than willing to come and help me today with this devotional. And so right at this point, Deanna is going to bring Rudy out, and you're going to get to meet Rudy. Can we bring Rudy? Here comes Deanna, and here comes Rudy. This is the pony that had no name, that now is called Destined for Greatness and Beautiful. Rudy, come here. Oh, I know, Rudy hasn't been on grass for a little while, so he's really enamored with the grass. You want to say hi to the people on the camera? You want to say hi? He's a good boy. He's a lovely pony. And I just think of how sometimes people don't see things the way God sees them. And sometimes, like even Jesus said, unless you become like a little child, you won't understand the kingdom of heaven. You won't understand the way maybe even God sees things the way we don't see them. Now, Rudy's been in his stall because he's had a bit of a digestive problem for a few days. And so he's really enamored with the grass. Normally, he pays more attention to you than he's doing right now. Can you give a smile for all the people? Can you give a smile? Come on, give him there it is. Look at that. What a nice smile. Give them a nice smile. Look at that. This is Rudy. Rudy, I want you to know that maybe nobody else saw you, but my granddaughter saw you, and I have to believe that God saw you. And you are now going to be on the internet, and you're going to be semi-famous anyway, because you're a lovely little pony, right? Rudy's got blue eyes, and he's got, well, he was dark gray. Now he's turning light gray. I'm not sure exactly why that's happening. But this is one of my granddaughter's ponies. His name is Rudy, and he was given a new name and a new future. Isn't that amazing? He's not here pulling carts and working all day. He's here for the pleasure of kids. Some of the kids from our Bible school come over to pet him once in a while, and he pulls a little cart and gives them rides. This is Rudy. He's a wonderful horse, and he's gentle too. You'll notice he won't even bite my hand. He's very, very gentle. He's great with kids. Couldn't get a better pony for children. So I want you to know today that God doesn't see you the way you see yourself. You might see yourself as not worthy of something, but he sees you as beautiful, and he sees you as a person who's going to bring fame to his name throughout eternity. You are the showpiece of God. I want you to know that. And the way I'm holding Rudy, Jesus Christ is going to hold you one day. He's going to say, have you considered this? Look at this beautiful person that I redeemed with my blood. I brought home to be with me in heaven forever. You are going to be the showpiece of God. Rudy, thank you for being so cooperative, such a good horse. You should give you another treat. You want one more? Yeah, it's a good boy. All right. God bless you. Welcome to my morning. And as I like to say, I hope my morning has made your day. God bless. See you tomorrow.